Hello everybody, this is Valencia and welcome to my channel Balloons and Business, where I show you the business of balloon and event decor. Today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I make my vinyl signage for my balloons, my backdrops, and my signs. So if you want to see how I make them, just stay tuned. Alright, so let's get started. First of all, I just want to let you know that I am not an expert at Cricut Design Space. There are a lot of YouTubers out there that have more knowledge of Cricut Design Space than I do. Okay, so I've opened up Cricut Design Space right here. And if you go right here on the left side, you see this, what is this called? Like a ribbon or pane on the left side. I'm going to go down here to the fourth to last icon where it says text with a big T. And I'm going to click on that. And then the text box comes up. And with this text box, you can increase the size of it by clicking on one of these white boxes that's on the side. You can make it longer, you can make it higher, you can increase it diagonally, and you can just move it around. Now, if you look in this top ribbon up here, you can alter the size of the text. You can change the width of it or the height of it. You can change the letter space, so how far apart the letters are. You can decrease that and make them closer together or further apart. Okay, you can change the overall font size of the entire, phrase here. And then the style, this style says regular, and then you have bold, italic. I don't like this font here, so I'm going to change the font. So I'm going to go up here, and you see me circling the font tab right here. I'm going to click on that. Sorry. And it's going to lead me here to font options. Now you can search the Cricut database or the whole system. I don't know what the difference is. I honestly don't. But I searched the Cricut database because it has the most options. And if you press this little, scroll bar, you can go down here and you can pick out what type of font you want. So it gives you the name here on the left side, and on the right side, it shows you what the font looks like in letters and numbers. By the way, something happened to my screen right here, so I apologize for this. My laptop works just fine, so I'm not motivated to go and get a new one, but just so you know. But it shouldn't get in the way of you being able to see what's going on. So I already know what type of font I want to use. It's a font called Hey Maryland. So I'm going to put that in the search bar right here. So I'm going to press in Hey. Where's Y? Sorry, it's hard for me to type in from sideways. And I don't even need to put the full name of the font. Let me click on it. Nothing came up. The reason for this is because if you look right here, this word kerned right here, what this does is that it displays only fonts with optimal spacing between each letter. So some of the fonts, especially the fancier fonts that I like to use so much, they're not the most optimal in using space and lettering. And so if this box right here, this kerned box, if this box is checked, it won't display those fonts. So if you want all the fonts to be displayed, then you just uncheck this box called kerned, and boom, Hey Maryland comes up. And I really like Hey Maryland. I use this for a lot of my signage. Okay, it's very cute and sleek and fancy. So I'm going to click on that. And now my font has changed. See the text right here? It is now Hey Maryland. So I'm going to be putting this on a balloon, and the phrase is called You Give Me Butterflies. This is for a bridal shower. So right now, if I am looking on my grid here, it's telling me how big this phrase is, right? If you want it bigger, you can change the font size right here and go up in the font size. I'm trying to figure out how big I want this. The balloon is going to be an 18-inch balloon. So I want it big enough to where, you can really see it, but not so big where you can't fit it all on the balloon. And you don't have to click on this. If you want to go up faster, you can write it in. Let's say I want to go up to 150. So now I'm increasing it by increasing the box size. I'm going to go with this right here. Another thing I want to point out before I make this is that let's say that you wanted to increase the sizes of these letters individually, because you notice every time I increase the font, it increases the whole phrase, right? But if I wanted to focus on each letter individually, I go over here to this right panel right here. And right here, it gives me some options in regards to this. So I can duplicate this phrase if I want by pressing duplicate. And then I can delete the phrase if I want. And then if I want to only focus on each letter individually, I just press this, ungroup. I'm not going to do that. I don't feel like doing it. But if you press ungroup, what it will do is it will focus on each letter individually. And then you can decrease and increase the font size and all that of each letter by itself without worrying about the whole phrase. So if I want Y like way bigger than the rest of this phrase, and I can make it way bigger than the rest of the phrase. And then of course there's group, and this will come on when you press ungroup. So you press ungroup, you do what you want to do to the letters individually, and then press group to group them back again. So I just wanted to point that out to you real quick. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead on and cut this because I like this. So I'm going to go right here up in this upper right hand corner and press make it right here. So it's saying sorting out the project mat. Now the mat that I have is a 12-inch by 24-inch mat. So it's 12 inches wide and 24 inches long. So it's the biggest mat on here. And basically I can do, you know, any of the projects that can fit the 12 by 12. Basically any of these other size mats, whatever project that can fit on these mats can fit on my 12 by 24 inch. Okay. Now I'm going to press continue all the way at the bottom right corner. And then this is telling me to connect the machine to my laptop. Okay, so here is my Cricut machine. I have my 12 by 24 inch mat right here. I have this cord right here. It's connected to my Cricut. I'm about to connect this to my laptop right here. You can also use your cell phone if you want to. So now that it is connected, okay, let me show you the material I'm going to be using, which is this foil material. Okay, now this is an adhesive foil. Right here, this asks you to select the type of material that you're using. This is most popular. And then two, you can browse your material if you don't see it up here. Okay, usually I use vinyl. Okay, permanent or removable vinyl. But I'm using this adhesive foil, so that's not the same. So I need to put the right material so that the cutter, the blade can cut appropriately with the right amount of pressure. Because this adhesive foil, it's actually quite thicker than the regular vinyl. And so if you don't put the right thing, it's not going to cut it thick enough, and it's not going to work. You press the browse button, and then you can put in what you want. So adhesive foil, and it comes up adhesive foil matte. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I want to say this is matte because it does look kind of matted. Well, I think I'm gonna press the matte button, the adhesive foil matte, and then under here it says pressure. I know you can't see because of that little thing, the little blotch, so I'm going to go down a little bit. There you go. Under here it says pressure, and it has a drop down box. And then press that, and you can either put more, default, or less. So right now it's at default, but I think I'm going to put more because sometimes this adhesive foil can be tricky. Hey Marilyn is kind of a more intricate font, so it can be a little bit more difficult. I've loaded my foil onto the mat. You want to make sure that your material is sticking to this mat because again, you don't want it moving all over the place. And I only cut the material to about 8 inches because I know that's how long my phrase is going to be, you know. Now my Cricut is instructing me to press this button right here. And what it's doing is feeding the mat into the Cricut to prepare it to cut. And then I'm going to press this C right here, and basically that's the cut. So what I like to do is hold on to my material for a little bit until I'm sure that it's not going to move. Now that this is done cutting, it's instructing me to press this button, which is releasing the mat from the Cricut machine. Now, Cricut does have tools for this, your weeding tool and everything. I cannot find my weeding tool for the life of me. It's somewhere around here, and I'm going to find it one of these days. But I'm just going to show you quickly, now that I've cut the, the foil with just the phrase on it. You're just going to lift up this foil. And the letters should remain on the backing while the rest of the foil should come up. Just a real quick little tip. So again, I don't have my weeder, right? So normally you get the little weeder and it's like a little pick. And it allows you to like pick the vinyl, that's in between your letters that you're trying to get out. This B, I'm trying to get this little piece of vinyl out right here, okay? So I don't have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this at the point that I need to get it out. See, I'm going to bend it and just take it out. All right. You give me butterflies. Now it's time for me to apply my transfer paper. All right. I sped this process up, which is why I'm doing a voiceover. So I'm removing the transfer tape from the white backing, and then I'm going to apply it to the paper with the adhesive foil on it. Then I'm going to cut this phrase to make it easier to apply to the balloon. And now I'm adding a lot of pressure onto that adhesive to get it to stick to the transfer tape. So Cricut does have a tool for that you can like rub it into the transfer tape. I like to use my fingers and just take your time and gently take the transfer tape off of the backing, making sure all of that adhesive foil or vinyl is on the transfer tape. And you may just have to like manually, scrape it off of the backing and put it onto the transfer tape sometimes. Or you may have to keep scratching the paper until it applies itself to the transfer tape. Now to make my balloon, I'm going to be double stuffing it. So I'm going to be putting this white sand balloon inside of this satin pearl. This is Simpertex brand. I believe this is Bellatex. I think that's Betalitex. All right, I think this is Betalitex brand. So I'm going to take a little stick, put it into my white sand. And then put that white sand balloon inside of my satin pearl. Your electric balloon pump. So I really like this color. It's a pretty little champagne color. So I'm going to take the white pearl balloon that's inside and tie it. Okay. Now I can put on my signage. So I got my phrase right. Now to make things simpler, I'm going to cut my words separately, or at least a couple of them separately, to make it easier for myself. So when applying the transfer tape to the balloon, I decided to cut up the phrase even more and put the words on individually to make sure I have more control over how it looks. So I'm just scratching that adhesive into the balloon very gently, not too hard because you don't want to pop the balloon. And now I'm gently taking the transfer tape off of the balloon, and the transfer tape comes off relatively easy. So make sure you just take it off nice and slowly so you can make sure all of the adhesive is onto the balloon. And I'm loving the way this looks so far. And as you see, I'm putting on the words individually so that I can make sure that they're nice and level on the balloon and not crooked. So here is the finished product. To complete the look, I decided to add a gold butterfly to the balloon. So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, go ahead on and like it, and please subscribe, and you'll get notifications on future videos on balloon and event decor. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.